Hello, babies. This week's next question comes from GX Zass. Please explain this profit deal. How is it that games on Steam are even 2 times more expensive than box copies on eBay? Who would buy a digital copy of, let's say, The Reckoning for €50 when you can legally get a new box copy for $30 on eBay? Even with shipping, that's way cheaper. Thank you. First of all, profit deal came from the movie The Jerk. One of the best scenes in the movie when Steve Martin got a job at the carnival, and he was hired to help guess people's weight, and he said, you know, I don't get it. Why would anybody want me to guess their weight? And the carnival manager said, well, because if you guess wrong, they're going to win some of this stuff here. And Steve Martin said, but I'm never going to get it right. I'm going to charge them $1 to guess their weight, and then we have to give them all that stuff. And the carnival manager said, yeah, the stuff you're going to give them is 15 cents worth of crap. And Steve Martin said, oh, I get $1 and I give them 15 cents worth of crap. It's a profit deal. It's a great scene. Love that movie. That changed my life. That's when I decided I wanted to be a Wall Street analyst, when I realized it was a profit deal. So that's how profit deal works. So your question, nothing personal. I mean, I know you didn't mean it this way, but it's pretty lame. It's like you're saying, how is it that Steam sells something for €50, which is, you know, call it $60, when you can buy it for $30 on eBay, $30, because somebody's willing to pay it. Somebody loves that convenience. They don't have to deal with eBay. They don't have to get a PayPal account. They don't have to wait for it to show up in the mail. So if Steam can get $60 for a $30 game, profit deal. 60 minus 30, profit. That's a pretty good deal. So I guess your question really is not the profit side, because the guy selling makes a profit. The guy buying funds that profit. What you're really asking me is, how can consumers be so stupid as to pay twice as much on Steam when they could get it cheaper on eBay? All right, that's a different question. That's not the profit deal question. There are 2 concepts in life that motivate consumers. There's time and there's money, okay? Everybody has different amounts of time and different amounts of money. Some people have a lot more time than money, unemployed people. Some people have a lot more money than time, rich people who work their asses off. So if you're a rich guy who works your ass off and you don't want to deal with it, you spend more to save yourself time. And if you're a unemployed guy with tons of time, you're shopping for bargains and you'll spend that extra 10 minutes or 20 minutes or hour to find the best deal you can find. And I'd say the world kind of splits up into kind of equally. Some people have more money than time, about half. Some people have more time than money, about half. And it doesn't even mean you don't have money. It really means you're willing to invest the time to hunt something down. So a rich retired guy might be a bargain hunter, right? You might have a poor guy who works his ass off and has no time, but he just can't afford to spend more money. So, you know, again, people trade off time and money. People who have more time than money shop on eBay. People who have more money than time shop on Steam. That's the answer to your question. This next question comes from Levi JL 1988. I'm guessing, Levi, that you're 24 years old. Happy birthday. Hi, Mr. Pack. Why does it cost Canadians $19.99 manufacturer suggested retail price tax? I don't know what that means. Canadian for 1,400 MS points, while in the US it costs $19.99 MSRP tax, USD for 1,600 Microsoft points. Is there any reason for this 200 MS points difference? All right, that's because Microsoft is run by a Canadian, Don Matrick, Vancouver. He's a Canuck. Check him out. So you're asking the American guy, is it cool for a US company to screw Canadians? It's a Canadian guy who chose to screw you guys, all right? So you go after Matrick. He's one of you. It's possible Matrick doesn't realize that the Canadian dollar is actually worth as much as the US dollar, but it didn't used to be that way. So I think this point structure was set up when the Canadian dollar was a little weaker versus the US dollar. Then we US people, managed to screw up our economy enough that our dollar just got weak, and the Canadians, you guys are super productive, super efficient. Your dollar got stronger, and you're getting screwed. So you ought to call Matrick. He's a really good dude. I'm not going to give you his email address because it would really piss him off if I told you guys. But you ought to get to Matrick and you ought to say, listen, as a fellow Canuck, have some sympathy. Canadians need as many points as their U.S. counterparts. I think it's just one of those old things. They set it up a long time ago, and they aren't keeping track of currency fluctuations. And I bet if you got to Matrick, you get some sympathy out of them. At least send this to PR at Microsoft, and somebody will get it to them. And if you have a question for the show, at Michael Pachter on Twitter, and copy at Rohan Likes Pants, because Rohan picks all the questions.